Imagine a dream of speed, of glory, of standing at the top step of Formula One. For countless young talents, that dream begins not in a sleek F1 car, but in the raw, exciting worlds of karting. But what happens when the very pathway designed to nurture these dreams become the casualty of the sport's harsh truth? Today, we delve into the ambitious rise and abrupt fall of Formula Kart Stars, a series that promised to be the road to Formula One, but ultimately crashed and burned. Formula Kart Stars, or FKS, was launched in 2009 with a grand vision to be UK's premier national karting championship, a direct, structured pathway for dozens of young hopefuls aiming for the pinnacle of motorsport. Its mission was clear: to combat the soaring costs of karting in the UK and the huge financial risks the parents were taking. The founders wanted to create a truly level playing field for all entrants for a fixed cost, ensuring that talent, not wealth, dictated success. And Formula Kart Stars wasn't some small-time operation. It had serious backing. Lewis Hamilton, the future multiple Formula One world champion, wasn't just a patron, he was an alumni. More on this part later though. His father, Anthony Hamilton, served as president, driven by his own struggles with the cost of Lewis's early career. Carolyn Hoy, the Formula Kart Stars chairman, a Formula racer herself, spoke out against the ridiculous sums some parents were reportedly spending over £100,000 a year on kids as young as 9.
What did he say?
Her promise? There's absolutely nothing you can buy on this kart which will make you go faster. Even Bernie Ecclestone, F1's then commercial supremo, publicly supported FKS, acknowledging out of control costs and even hinting at funding. With karting legend Terry Fullerton as their head guru, Formula Kart Stars had an unparalleled level of credibility and star power. They even had a mobile classroom at racetracks, so youngsters wouldn't miss out from valuable learning time.
We're fortunate to have Championship old boy Lewis Hamilton as patron of the championship. Anthony Hamilton is president of Stars Club. We have the support of Formula One, and we have the support of Formula One management.
But this is the road to Formula One, but they must make sure that they carry on with their education as well.
Did you race in Formula Kart Stars? Do you have any additional stories you can add to this? Operationally, FKS was a national championship aiming for high standards. Their ambition was clear when they secured a partnership with Sky Sports Formula One channel for the whole of the 2016 season, planning a 30-minute episode for each of their 8 scheduled rounds. This was a professional media strategy designed to showcase talent and elevate the series profile. The fixed cost model was essential to the philosophy. Carolyn Hoy's vision was to eliminate financial advantages by ensuring there was absolutely nothing you can buy to make the kart go faster. This was a direct response to the out-of-control costs where parents were reportedly spending astronomical funds. To make this happen, Carolyn had agreed with sponsors for a fixed engine and a fixed chassis, which everyone would be using. And for a time, it seemed to work. The most prominent success story, the one that validated Formula Kart Stars' entire premise, was Lewis Hamilton himself. He won the Formula Yamaha class in 1997. Remember where I said Hamilton, the future multiple Formula One world champion, wasn't just a patron? Well, Lewis never raced in Formula Kart Stars. This was glaringly obvious in hindsight and full of red flags. This Hamilton effect provided immense credibility, a tangible example of a road to F1 in action. The series saw competition from drivers who later found success in other motorsport categories like George Russell, Lando Norris, Alex Albon, Jamie Green, Oliver Jarvis, Dan Tickton and Max Chilton, among others. The Formula Kart Stars also ran an exchange program where they send 5 of their promising drivers over to America to compete in the American Cadet Championship in Indiana.
We have a FKS America this year, there'll be FKS India, FKS Malaysia, so we are really getting international.
But beneath the surface of ambition and high-level endorsements, a critical flaw persisted. Competitive karting, especially at a high level, is brutally expensive. Racing in Europe can cost anywhere between £10,000 to £20,000 a weekend, and £250,000 or more just for a season. Even a national series in the UK it's easy to spend £50,000 to £75,000 a year. Travel, maintenance and the need for engineers and mechanics are one of the reasons Anthony Hamilton himself noted parents spend over £100,000 a year on young children and said it's ridiculous. Despite Formula Kart Stars' fixed cost promise, the reality was stark and prevailing. The prevailing sentiment within the karting community was Formula Kart Stars remained too expensive for the average karter. It was perceived as only really affordable for the richest cadet drivers and anyone offered a free drive. This meant the dream of a one-size-fits-all karting, of making it accessible to talent, was never fully realised. The fixed cost, while an attempt to control, was simply too high for the broader demographic it was aimed at. The fundamental financial barrier that led to the most undeniable signs was its dwindling participation. By 2015, the crucial cadet class, which was vital for attracting and developing young talent, there was barely even 10 drivers competing. The critically low grid count was a death knell, making the series financially and competitively unstable. Fewer drivers meant less revenue, which meant less ability to cover the costs, invest and attract new participants.
I've got nothing left. I've got nothing left.
It was a classic negative feedback death spiral for series reliant on participant fees. This wasn't just a Formula Kart Stars problem either. The broader concern in karting was that the industry was increasingly catering to the national level and to clients pursuing the gateway to Formula 1, causing local participation to stagnate and enthusiast karting to struggle. The extreme costs and lowering average age of drivers are making the sport less appealing. Formula Kart Stars had operated for 7 years, from 2009 until its definite closure in May 2016. The championship ceased operations shortly after the first round in 2016. This wasn't a planned winding down. The sudden collapse is particularly jarring when you remember that Formula Kart Stars had just secured Sky Sports' Formula 1 partnership for the entire 2016 series. How could a series with such a high-profile media deal suddenly vanish? It points to a sudden acute crisis, likely financial, that made immediate continuation impossible. There was also allegations of the driver purchasing extra interviews for ITV for their own gain. A loss of trust, especially in a sport which demands so much commitment, could lead to a rapid withdrawal of support. The abrupt collapse of Formula Kart Stars in 2016 represented a multiple of failures. It was primarily driven in its inability to fundamentally overcome the pervasive issue of extremely high costs in competitive karting. Despite its innovative fixed cost model and high profile backing from figures like Lewis Hamilton and Bernie Ecclestone, the series remained financially prohibitive for many aspiring participants. The persistent financial barrier directly led to a critical decline in driver participation. The story of Formula Kart Stars is a cautionary tale, a reminder that even the brightest dreams can be extinguished by the harsh realities of finance and trust. And what about all the people who lost their money? From the upfront season payments to even be able to compete, to the sponsors, to the engine builders, to the chassis suppliers, even the Formula Kart Stars staff. Well, Formula Kart Stars went into administration, meaning no one got paid and many people were left thousands of pounds out of pocket. What do you think needs changing in junior categories to make it truly accessible? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this deep dive insightful, please hit that like, subscribe and leave me a comment. Even ring the bell if you don't mind, just so you know when future videos are coming up.